it looks quite robust, quite sturdy. This boat is full of surprises. Now, I'm not a weightlifting girl, as you can probably tell. The pantry, don't watch me opening the straw. And what you'll see in a moment is that the configuration isn't what you'd expect. I won't try and open it because we all know how that will go. Hello from a lovely day here at the MYBA Charter Show in San Remo. Now, last week David told me he wanted me to come to the show to check out a really cool boat that was full of surprises. So it's a 127-foot yacht called RH3. Let's go look at what those surprises are. So I think the reason that David thinks this boat is full of surprises is because if you look at it from the outside, it looks like a standard Explorer. It's built by RMK Marine, which is in Turkey, and it's designed by my friends at RMK. So it looks quite robust, quite sturdy, but then when you get inside, you'll see the interior is a really high quality, well-finished interior, not like normal Explorer yachts, which can be quite clinical, quite pared back. This is really, really well finished. And the interior company that did this is Restoration Hardware. Let's come inside, I'll show you some of the little details. So immediately looking at the interior saloon, you can see lots of really beautiful design details, lots of nice leather finishings. This is one of the only, in fact, I think the only interior dining space on board, which is nice. It means you've got lots of alfresco areas. You can see not very many colors going on. There's lots of browns, lots of creams. I think that helps the boat feel quite clean and quite elegant. Let's go all the way down into the master suite. So before we get to the master suite, let me show you this. This is the captain's quarters. Now this did used to be an additional cabin for guests, but what they've done is they've upped the crew ratio to give you slightly better service and at the cost of having this be the captain's quarters. So on the main deck here, you can see there's this really nice kind of vintage paneling. This here is a day head. I'm not gonna try and open the door because if you've seen the other videos, you'll know that's not really my strong point. And this is the lovely master suite. So obviously we're in port, so you can't really appreciate it, but you've got massive windows on both sides. So you're looking at a really light, bright, airy space, and that goes well with the ambience. Again, clean, cream, coffee tones. It's quite a nice little hemp board above the bed here. And these lights you'll see across the boat, these kind of circular lights, very discreet, very elegant, very pared back, like the boat. And I really like this little bookshelf. It looks like a floating bookshelf, but I like the choice of the statues. It feels very curated, which makes sense when you know about the interior design story of the boat. Lovely big ensuite. I like these marble touches. This is the loo, by the way. It's like a hidden loo within the bench. It's very tucked away. And this is a normal shower, not a steam shower, but the bench is heated, I'm told. This is one of 4 cabins, and what you'll see in a moment is that the configuration isn't what you'd expect, so you don't have the main deck master and then the other cabins below it. You're actually looking at the cabins upstairs, so let's go take a look at that. So as I mentioned, you've got the 3 cabins up here, the master on the main deck, so 8 guests total and then 9 crew. So good ratio for a charter yacht, and because you've got the 2 doubles here, they're very light and bright. You've got a VIP as well, which I'll show you in a second. You can see all this lovely brushed oak detailing. And what I mentioned earlier, or kind of touched on earlier, is that this boat is kind of used as a floating show home for Restoration Hardware, which is why the design is what it is. It's meant for not just for chartering, but if clients want to come on board and get a feel for the Restoration Hardware brand, they can find it here. So all these pieces are bespoke. You can't actually get them in the shop, but it gives a good idea as to the brand. This is a mirror of the other cabin, And you do have side decks that come around here, but they're still a really good size, and they've all got ensuite bathrooms with lovely Aesop toiletries. I like all these curves. You'll see that a lot on this boat. Everything's kind of really beautifully finished. And they were saying that before the current owner bought this boat, it was very kind of old school, mahogany, a bit kind of white, and nothing like this. So they put a lot into turning it into this really beautiful ambience. VIP is a little bit larger. So I think the bed is about the same size, but you've got more walkway space here. Nice wardrobes, and then the bathroom again. Lovely smooth marble detailing. I love it. Again, it feels quite residential. I talked about this on the last charter yacht I was on, but I really like a boat that feels like a country house. It doesn't necessarily feel too much like a yacht. This is actually probably my favourite feature. Let me show you this. I've never really seen this before, and it's kind of a different mindset when it comes to charter, and it's self-service, which is perfect if you're like me and you don't really want to ask the crew for everything all the time. Maybe you just want to go and help yourself. So, the pantry, let me show you. It's like a little drawer. Don't watch me opening this drawer. Look at this. M&Ms, chocolates, something healthier. There's nuts and things in here. Oh no, I don't think I can open this. Add this to the blooper reel. But I looked in here earlier and there was Kit Kats and Twixes and tea bags. You have to trust me on that. But if you want something a bit harder, I've genuinely never seen this before in all my years of going on boats, but this entire bar area is to help yourself. So you can see there's so much. They've got like really good quality gin, you've got Grey Goose, tequila, rum, whiskey. What do you fancy? I'll make you a drink. You can just help yourself from a glass here. There's water, there's a little wine fridge. Obviously you can have the crew do this if you want. In here there are fridges, and I would assume some mixers as well. I won't try and open it because we all know how that will go. But you can make yourself a little drink and then come and enjoy these lovely day beds. So as a space, the crew is telling me this is probably one of the most used, and I can see why. It's simple, it's not nothing too crazy, but you've got these nice ribbed wood detailing, big cinema screen and lots of space to lie out. And because it adjoins this alfresco area, you can kind of use these two areas in tandem. So this is going to be the most used dining area. You can actually extend this table out if you wanted to. It's obviously sheltered and shaded. Then you've got this lovely big lounge area. I'm a really big fan of barbecue. I really like barbecue food. So look at this, the massive grill. Get a couple of hot dogs on here, some burgers, and it's a party. And the captain was telling me that there's about 2 million budgeted per year for the refit of this yacht. So obviously they don't necessarily always need to use it, but they've got 2 million at their disposal to make sure this boat is in pristine condition, which as a charter yacht is obviously really crucial. But I still haven't really shown you some of the surprises that David mentioned. So come with me, I'm going to show you them. Okay, so coming up onto actually what is the bridge deck, I'll show you in a minute, but this is actually basically a whole boat deck. You've got loads of toys and tenders up here. At the back, paddle boards. I thought they were canoes, they are in fact paddle boards, and they're all finished in carbon fibre. These are the canoes here. So big crane, 2 tenders, and they've also got a chase tender, which isn't here right now, but I mean, look, there's all you could possibly need. This is an Explorer yacht at heart, and she's got everything you could possibly need to go adventuring. Also, have you noticed the hull colour? It's kind of like a champagne shade. So the hull itself is grey, and the superstructure is this gorgeous champagne shade, which really sets her apart, I think. This is kind of what I would consider to be the surprise. Fire pit. So you can sit here and toast a marshmallow. This is a very food orientated boat. I mean, you can have like a hot dog down there, Kit Kat from the pantry, and then come up here and have some marshmallows. And we're actually deceptively high. I don't know how well you can see, but we are high up. You've got a really nice view up here. And again, loads of space to lie back and enjoy. Let me show you one of the other surprises. wheelhouse now, the heart of the boat, some might say. And it's kind of like a crew meets guest space, because obviously you could sit here and enjoy the captain at work. This is the part of the boat that feels quite rugged and explorer-y. You can see this is really lots of equipment on the wall everywhere, 360-degree views. You can really see all around. But for my money, the coolest area on this deck is actually a little way forward. So normally just forward of the bridge, you might expect to have like a little Portuguese bridge sofa seating area. But on this boat, it looks a bit different. So you can see they've gone for the sunpad, sunbed situation again. And because they're lowered, so slightly recessed, it means that they're protected from the wind. So you can be out here, it's a bit of a sun trap, I'm told by the captain. You can stretch out, enjoy this while you're underway and not feel the wind kind of really hitting you. So I really like this space. There's also kind of secondary helm stations on both sides, so the captain and crew can drive from here if they want to as well. Let me show you this. Come step into my office. This is like a service area down here, or like a crew technical area, but there's something exciting and secret. Let's go and take a look at it. So this is the area that I was kind of trying to show you from the wheelhouse up there. This is the foredeck bow area. What they've done is they've kitted it out with this beautiful gym. So you can see they've got a cabinet full of weights, these beautiful leather cradles, wood and stainless steel, and these lovely aloe gym mats. Now, I'm not a weightlifting girl, as you can probably tell. But if I were, I could really imagine myself being out here, watching the sunrise, doing a little bit of a morning gym session. And as with most areas on RH3, I think they've done a really good job at maximising the amount of space that they have, which is very, very important if you're a charter yacht. So you have lots of different amenities and lots of different features. So this boat is for charter with Northrop & Johnson. We will leave a contact detail on the screen for Northrop & Johnson's charter team. If you were interested in this boat for yourself, maybe you'd like to toast a marshmallow on the sun deck or pump the weights out here on the foredeck.